Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, and we are back on the Battle of Seelow Heights mod because it has had another Pacific update. So we played Japan and won previously on the channel, but this time we're going to see if we can restore the Japanese Navy and try and get naval supremacy rather than just relying on subs and naval bombers.
What?
The setting sun. Oh, it's been a while since we have been on this mod, but I do love a bit of Seelow Heights. So it begins. We are on the January start date, the earliest one as well, so we are not looking at a great position, although we do have quite a nice navy already. I didn't realise how good it was. So we've got 4 carriers, 4 battleships. Some of the carriers are converted cruisers, which is a bit annoying because they have like 40 deck size and bits and pieces, so they're not brilliant. We do have the super heavy battleship Yamato still though, which is pretty handy, so this is going to be quite a beast for us. So we do start with some okay ships, just not a lot of screening, which we will have to fix because we've only got 6 light cruisers and 23 destroyers. A few heavy cruisers, and then we've got a couple of subs as well, or 20 subs. So we start with an okay navy, better than I was expecting. We will first start by, we'll just get this all into one massive fleet and see what we are working with. We'll get them into port and in together. We do start with 2 new carriers, half done and 3/4 done. So we are going to finish these off. They are the 1936s, so we can replace the cruiser converted ones with these 2 once we're done. Let's get some 1944 cruisers out. So we want all of the light attack. So we're going to go light battery 2 because it doesn't require any steel and we're not exactly awash with resources. We'll go fire control 2. We'll take radar 2 as well because it has a light battery hit chance plus an anti-air. Best engine. We will go for a secondary battery because it doesn't reduce light piercing. We will go armor 2, I think. 8 armor is probably enough to stop us getting pierced by other ships. We'll give it an MIO, and then we'll just fill this top row with light battery 2s so that we get the maximum light attack. These are going to smash through the screens, and then our battleships and carriers should be able to do the rest. So this is going to be our main ship. We need to get as many of these out after the carriers, so we'll get these on the go. The national spirits have been changed a little bit, so that's okay. Division recovery rate. Setting sun is the one we can get through events and improve, but that's pretty poor. It doesn't affect the navy, which is good. Terror bombing also doesn't affect dockyard output or anything, just factory output. So we're not going to be able to get rid of that anytime soon, but at least it shouldn't affect our navy. Consumer goods isn't good, and construction speed, but that's everything else. Defense bonus against the United States. We get defense against China as well. This defeat at the Gulf is pretty bad, but the first focus gets rid of it, and then the Imperial Army. But yes, we have a new focus tree they've implemented, so we have a few little bits to do. There's bits about China over here, there's just normal stuff in the middle, there's a bit about the Soviets over here, because that is also coming. But we will start with the first one, 7-day focus, and it just removes that, which is pretty pointless of a national spirit and focus if it literally lasts a week. Luckily, our research of Navy is pretty much done. We will pick up the damage control and fire control methods later on. Everything else is looking good. We'll go and get a bit of artillery to help out. And we'll probably get, yeah, some better infantry. We're just going to start with building dockyards as well. We have quite a few civs, which is handy, but we don't have many dockyards, so we will get them on the go. What I'll do first, actually, is coastal forts in Ojima and in Okinawa, because we need to hold those 2 islands, because our emperor does like doing the peace deal and capitulating, so we need to make sure we hold on to these, and I think there's events that try and take them, so we don't want to lose them. We do have a impending uprising in Indochina, so we need to focus for that. They are currently invading Philippines, so we'll have to deal with that. And there's this sea raid, which is pretty bad for 8 days, but that's fine. A few other bits and pieces where we get bonuses. We have, you know, we can remove the negative modifiers, but we won't be doing that. Everything else is okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is probably pull out of China, and we're going to try and hold North China. I'll do a bit of a fallback line. We'll try and hold Beijing, at least so we weaken China. We can't capitulate them really. I think it's going to be too difficult. And we'll do the same. We'll hold Burma and Indochina for reasons of getting rid of our national spirits. And at least then we have a foothold on the mainland still. And we'll let China just waste all their equipment attacking us. Going to go and get the state serves the military for conscription law minus 25% because we're in scraping the barrel. So we're going to go down to service by requirement, mainly for the dockyard output. We don't want it that negative. So negative 10 isn't brilliant, but we don't need the manpower. I'm going to go and get all of the XP. We're going to do Marines, Jungle Specialist, and we're going to have some excellent units that are our main hitting force. We'll just max out the Marine Doctrine first, and then we can go and design our Marines. So we want probably 30 width with a bit of artillery. We will throw in a few other bits and pieces. So this is what our Marines look like. 30 width, 4 artillery, logistics, some anti-air, some artillery, the pioneers, and cavalry. So we're going to get a few of these divisions out. These are going to be our main hitting force in the Pacific and fighting our fires. Going to do a fallback line in Burma just behind the river. We just need to hold sort of a bit of the territory for a while to get the national spirit, the setting sun. We get some events that if we hold these provinces for a while, it reduces the negative. So we'll do that rather than abandoning it. We'll just make sure we do hold as much of these lovely territory as possible. So I'm going to fall back along these mountain lines. We'll take a bit of river. We'll hold the river here. And then we'll cross over. So we're going to try and hold this little province here. We probably have enough troops to do that. Actually, let's go down and we'll take Nanjing and Shanghai as well. We might as well have the extra ports there. So we'll try and hold this line. Going to abandon all the little islands. So we're going to do no sea zone here so we don't get convoy raided to hell while we abandon it. Do that so nothing goes around and gets sub-detected by the Americans. So we'll give up all of this. Right, we'll start by taking out the Philippines. This will just abandon it in a minute, and the Philippines have no equipment, their troops. So these are even encircled, so we should be able to do this. I think they need to give these better equipped units because it's quite easy to take back the Philippines. Just making sure our troops do fall back because we want them to not get massively engaged here. They're all falling here. The Philippines is almost dealt with once we have this last port. That should be it. We are lacking a bit of equipment, but that's not a problem. It's just artillery and anti-air because we put them into our divisions. Right, so I can either get 3 mils, but it reduces our heavy and carrier. So we're going to go with 14 days. We get 5% less to carrier speed, which is good, so we can build more of them. We are on all the good economies. I will go and get women in the workforce just to get rid of total mob negative. Philippines is done. Right, we can now use these new Marines we have. They are still lacking a bit of equipment, but that's okay. We've got 13 of them as Yamashita, so we'll get these somewhere better. There is the focus done, so our carriers will be done quicker. We can go rebuild the first air fleet. Let's get that. Carrier production cost minus 10%. We will definitely take that as well to make them quicker. Right, we are trying to protect our home islands because they love bombing it strategically and the nukes. But I don't think you can actually stop the nukes. We do have massive air supremacy, so we shouldn't be getting nuked. Yeah, China is seriously trying to push us. We are okay. There's a few provinces we'll have to do a little bit of micro-in, but apart from that, I think we can pretty much hold there. Let's get all our cash over into China now that we have dealt with the Philippines as well. That should just tip the scale where we don't have to pay too much attention to China. Luckily, the Allies don't mount up on that front line. I'm going to need some new carrier bombers. So, naval bomber, we'll go medium torpedo and the best engine, and that is it. Right, so one of our new carriers is done, which is good. Let's split the subs off as well, because this is all done now. So, we're going to go and get blockade runner, aviation enthusiast. He is probably the best one. And then we will wait until we get the other carriers and we'll start making this fleet actually usable. Move against. So this focus means that we don't get the uprising in Indochina. So we'll go ahead and do that 14 days. I love these focuses. They're really small. Iwo Jima has been captured. There was nothing about that and I don't see any troops. I feel like an event just took that off me because I don't remember that being lost. So Okinawa is now really important. We've got 6 actual units that we're going to get there as well as our port guards just to be able to hold that when they're ready. Stalin abandons the neutrality pact. Brilliant. The Soviets are on their way. Battle of Okinawa begins. China's starting to push as well. Victory or death. This is all going pretty bad. I think we'll go kamikaze. Typhoon of Steel. This is... Oh, that's good. Recovery, land. Okay, 30 days, the Americans have a negative bonus, so they have pushed us. If we get pushed back to the port, I think we're screwed, but hopefully we can just hang on to this second island. They are still pushing us, but we are last standing it while our Marines are on the way, so we'll just keep spamming. We are getting the Marines in, so hopefully they can arrive at an AUG. Right, I think we're okay. Just one Marine unit is helping us. They've only got 4. They must have retreated a couple. We can't push back, but last standing is working. Borneo under siege as well. Luckily, this one's quite easy to deal with. So they randomly spawn some troops on our ports, but because we have port guards, they know where to go. 12 more days of holding Okinawa to help with the focus. We'll just move these extra port guards in, but this isn't actually a problem. I feel like they need more troops because they've also got 0 equipment. So yeah, all green bubbles now. Very nice. We'll just hang on. Right, Okinawa is held, which is good. We've got loads of Marines there, which is fine. Borneo's fine. Over here is fine. I mean, we're trying to push with some random troops for some reason. That's because they are port guards, so we'll just remove that so they're not trying to push out. But I think we are actually doing okay. Any of these focuses? Oh, Yamashita gets Jungle Rat, which is very good because he does have our Marine, so you can definitely get Jungle Rat. We can then use you to push out Okinawa, and then we will massively reinforce that. That is, once that tank's gone, that is Okinawa defeated and re-established. So we will make sure we've got a lot of port guards. We are also being invaded in the Philippines, which I'm not too bothered about holding, I think, because we've got the national spirit gained from it already. There's not really that much resource or value in it. Invasion of Manchuria is 51 days away. Okay, the Soviets are going to be attacking me in 51 days. There is some focuses that might delay it and stop it, so we can ask for a new neutrality act from the Soviets. We'll go and improve our relations with them first, just to make sure that they actually accept that. Meanwhile, we are still getting absolutely hammered everywhere. Let's go and get a couple of the focuses. So we'll get diesel-powered emergency pumps, so our fleet doesn't get absolutely ruined. I am just going to abandon, although the Philippines, they've seemed to have abandoned that front line, so we'll just keep. Are they just going to be, yeah, they're just in Manila, aren't they? They're just sat there for some unknown reason, or they're going somewhere else, which isn't great. Right, we have our new carriers, so we're going to get these old ones out. I've got nothing to do with them because I only have 6 now, not 8, so I can't do 2 fleets. So we'll get the new 1936s in, and then we can max these out. So we have got 60 on each, apart from one's got 40, which isn't brilliant. We will just continue making our cruisers. Now we need to get as many of these out as possible because they're going to be our big heavy hitters. Right, let's get out then. We need Strike Force, East China Sea, there, and down here. We are getting raided to hell as well, but they don't really have any sub detection or the depth charges. So we'll get Never Repair and we'll get Always Engage. Let's see if we can at least get Green Sea and stop naval invasions. Let's get our Marines back to the home islands because I know we're going to get a scripted naval invasion, although they are getting sub-raided to hell and all their equipment's gone, so that's not brilliant. We are in battle with some subs, so that's not brilliant because we have no depth charges to deal with them whatsoever. Right, I'm going to need some sub-defeating destroyers, so we'll go the cheapest light battery. I don't want these to be too expensive. We'll get sonar in. We'll get a radar as well because that does do sub-detection. And then we'll just max out the depth charges because we have got to defeat the subs. Okay, we've got a few little Americans here, so we are starting to engage. We're seeing how we're holding up. I think our screens are just going to get melted though. So we've defeated 7 cruisers and a few destroyers. A few more have joined as well, which is good. There is a load of subs keeping us here, which I'm not too displeased about because it does mean that we should then get engaged by the Allied fleet when we're in there. We will go and get something towards our base strike convoy radio. No, we might as well go and get the carrier battle group for a bit more org. Discussions break down. Brilliant. The Soviets are going to attack. I don't know if that focus actually works. We have just been nuked, even though we've got full naval supremacy, anti-air, and interception going on. So I feel like that's scripted, and it should mean we don't yet, but there is a decision that comes where, you know, we surrender. But we've got a little bit more to go. The Soviets are going to be storming in soon, so I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this China front, although they are very weakened now because they're just force attacking. I'm going to shorten our front line, so we're going to give up most of this, and we're going to fall back to Korea. That way the Soviets will at least waste equipment. I don't want to completely abandon it, and I just can't cover that whole front line. So we're going to take Korea and hold here with that divisions. And then in China, I'm just going to turtle in a bit. So we're going to shorten this front line, and we're sort of just then going to make a fallback line. And we're going to try and get the river line and a bit of Beijing, I think, and hold here. So once we go a bit further around, there we go, and hold this river line. That should then turtle us into China, and we should be able to hold there. So we have the offer unconditional surrender now, so we don't want to lose Okinawa. The ships, I've done this before, and I lost Okinawa, and I still had more than 39 ships, but basically he just surrenders, and you can't do anything about it. So I feel like holding Okinawa is very important in this. There goes another nuke as well. Absolutely nothing we do about it. Just as our marines are starting to land back as well. Hirohito wishes to surrender. So this is a different one than I've had before because I didn't have an option last time. So we can surrender or we'll refuse the peace. Obviously we're going to refuse the peace and instigate a coup. So he is basically still in charge. So basically nothing changes by the sounds of it. We do get militarist government, which does improve our surrender limit and factory output and weekly war support plus, which is nice. Americans are just landing somehow. I thought I had naval supremacy. Oh, it's because I don't have the coast of Japan. We do have naval supremacy elsewhere, which is pretty incredible since we haven't actually done anything. So we'll get our fleet there. So hopefully that stops our naval supremacy from, the naval invasions because we have supremacy. The Soviets are rolling into us as well now, which is good. And we will see if we can push them out. There's a few destroyers. We did lose a heavy cruiser, which isn't brilliant. We do have Green Sea, though, so I can't see why we're getting naval invaded still. Okinawa's being naval invaded. There's one of our new cruisers, so let's go and put that straight in our new fleet, because we need them. 36 days I've got to hold Kirin. I didn't realise that was a thing for the setting stun. We definitely want that. So have I completely abandoned? Oh, it's here. I think I can hold on to that because they've got such rubbish supply. They'll be taking a while. 36 days isn't very long to hold to it either. So let's quickly move this fallback line and we will try and hold it. Luckily they're not there already, so we should have time to entrench and get some org and be able to hold it. See, they're still naval invading, but I've got Green Sea. Let's get our subs out, I suppose. I don't see how they're still naval invading. We literally have pushed them out and somehow they are re-pushing their way into Hiroshima, even though they've nuked it. That's probably not the best idea, but they are still doing it. They're landing. Hopefully we can just quickly push them out. We've got no org and no equipment, but they don't have any orgs. We'll just keep force attacking. Come on, a couple more days. And hopefully, I don't know how much of it I've got to hold. Diesel power generators is done. We are getting naval invaded in Siam now as well. Luckily, they haven't got the port, so that's not really a problem. Taiwan as well has been naval invaded. They haven't got the port, luckily. Here is Operation Downfall, and I have none of my divisions protecting it, which is brilliant. So let's go and get all of these port guards quickly, get them into a new army, and we need to get there. There isn't many divisions, so we should be able to hold, but it's not looking good. Invasion of Japan. Oh, 25,000 guns is very handy, though. I feel like they shouldn't be able to do this, though, if I've got naval supremacy, because now they're absolutely just rolling me back. If I can keep them in the South Island, at least I should be able to hold. We can get a few. So there's division defense. We'll take that. And we'll take the underground administration as well. Why not? We'll get everything we can. There's nothing else at the moment. Right. Rangoon. I thought this was ages ago. Maybe I didn't lose enough land to actually trigger it. And Mandalay. So I just need to hold these provinces. Mandalay's there. Hold them and it affects the setting sun as well, which isn't actually that important, but we will try and do it. Right, they seem to have retreated out of the South Islands, but I just don't have enough equipment or good enough troops. They're not even trained. So I think all we can do is hold, which is fine. We are affecting the setting sun is almost done. China is holding. They are trying to push their way into Beijing. The Soviets have also mounted there, so I don't think that's actually going to last very long at all. Right, a few destroyers gone of the Americans. We have been doing a few engagements, but I haven't actually seen a big fleet yet, which is a little bit boring. We are just losing screens every now and then, which isn't brilliant. We are trying to find something, but they are just basically convoy raiding the hell out of us. Oh, I missed that. We lost a battleship and a battle cruiser. At least it wasn't our super heavy battleship. At least. But, yeah, it's not looking too good. I can't believe we lost them. Oh, there's finally some Americans in. They've got their pride of the fleet as well. Immediately they're retreating, but we've actually only got 50% screen, and we're losing screen, so... luckily they've retreated. Did we get at least a battleship? We've at least sunk a battleship. Unbelievable. There's a few Soviets. They've got a battleship in. Oh, that's the American one, and that's gone as well. Because the subs are here, we're just sticking around. There is the carriers again. Immediately they are retreating. We're just losing a few screens every now and then, which means our screen is terrible. We're at 30%, which is awful. Another battleship done, and we just lost a few planes. Right, the Soviets have really pushed in here. I haven't been paying attention. I'm just going to delete all of these in China to get the manpower, mainly the equipment, and we won't lose it. China's done for. We are getting invaded everywhere else. We are getting invaded in the north. We're still holding in Siam. 44 days. We've got 124 days of Operation Downfall yet. So, yeah, this isn't exactly going well. I'm going to do Operation 10 Go. We get rid of a carrier and a heavy ship, maybe. So we'll do that and see if we can at least lose a few ships that way. A volunteer, why not? We'll have some volunteers. We'll have everything we can. There's a few subs that's just doing nothing. We're starting to sink the subs. We've got a few of our new destroyers in. That was successful, but oh, I should have read up on my history. I didn't realise that was a real thing, and we've lost our super heavy battleship, Yamato. Brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Have I actually lost it? Has that actually knocked it out, or is that just a... No, it has. We have actually lost our super heavy battleship. Brilliant. Right, a few destroyers. I think this is pretty much lost now, isn't it? Our fleet is so pathetic. We've got our battleships off to be repaired because they're almost sunk anyway. Our heavy cruisers are having to do our screening for our ships. So I think we're going to get it all back into the port. I can't do anything with these carriers either, which is a right waste. We have still holding the South Island, though, or holding them in there. Oh, defeating China. Wow, that's really... White peace with Chinese at least, but war support -15 and political power losing. Yeah, that's not brilliant. We are also being naval invaded by the Americans. Sorry, the British now as well as the Americans. So, I'm not too sure if we can do anything now. I feel like this is game over and I might as well just let the Brits run me over because I have nothing to deal with it. So we'll just 5 speed till the end. Absolute destruction of our nation because we lost the Yamato and I don't really want to get over that. And there is the peace deal of Tokyo. Somehow we're still alive with a fleet. What's going on? Did they just give us back our nation? No, this is democratic. Where are we then? We have obviously randomly gone somewhere. Here we are. We're in Portuguese Timor for some reason. We've been exiled down here on this tiny island, or half of this tiny island. I mean, we could still play on and see if we can win this, but that's pretty much impossible now, isn't it? So there we have it. I have massively failed, so I don't hope you were watching this video to see me absolutely conquer. Turns out the Japanese shouldn't be trying to make a big navy after this. They should have definitely built subs and naval bombers. But yeah, I might give this mod another go again because I know you guys love Battle of Seelow Heights as much as I do. And I do like a bit of Japan Pacific. So let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do next. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And thank you for watching. Peace out.